All right, welcome to the game Orwell. This is a game that I don't know too much about. I know a little bit about the source material that it was inspired by. I believe this was inspired by the George Orwell book 1984. Now, I haven't read the book personally, but I have seen the 1984 adaptation, which was pretty good. It was, as far as I know, it's a pretty loyal adaptation to the source material, and I loved the film because it was just it felt so just sad. It felt so sad. It's not why I liked it. I thought there were many awesome things about it, but I felt like this was some borderline horror movie, like some very slow paced horror film. It's very eerie and unnerving. If you've never seen it, I recommend checking it out. It's a very good film, starring John Hurt and Richard Burton, who I terribly tried to do his iconic intro to a War of the Worlds was a musical, and if you've been listening or watching any of my film or watching any of my videos, the very first video is I do a parody of that. If you go look up his original intro to that musical, it is incredible. It'll give you goosebumps. His voice is just so like, man. It's sad that that guy passed, but at least he had a pretty long life. I think he died actually in 1984, shortly after the film was either in production or done. But he's actually in the film too. I think I already said that. Scratch. All right, let's create a profile. Let's see. Welcome. You've been accepted into Orwell. Please create a profile. All right. I wonder how true to the source material this is going to try to be. I wonder if there's going to be a character like O'Brien, or like what was her name? I can't remember his love interest, but I wonder if there's going to be a character such as her who tries to intervene and try to maybe, like, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. If you haven't read the book or you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend you watch it. I thoroughly enjoyed them. Very eerie dystopian films. In fact, I'm kind of one of those weirdos who likes dystopian films, even though they're pretty much like hack or slasher movies. They pretty much have the same ingredients, but they're good ingredients. Everybody likes pizza, so just terrible analogies. Let's put her name. Let's throw him a curveball. Monkey. Select a profile picture. Oh, hey, look at this. We can be. It's interesting that they look like these images look like that film. Oh gosh, what was it? What was that film? I can't believe it. It was about lucid dreaming. Anyways, it'll come to me. Let's be let's be this guy. Look at his huge chin. That's about as close as it's gonna get to being me, right there. Just a huge, like, what's his name? God, I'm just going totally blank. This is just going to be the best Let's Play ever. I'm just going to keep caressing his chin. Here we go. All right. Did you know you are one of 393,461 accepted applicants? You may now enter your email address. Entering your email address will allow us to inform you about updates on your Orwell case, potential new case, and monthly e-newsletters about news, related products, and more. Your information will be handled with care and not used for any of your or any other purposes. Okay, are y'all just trying? Are y'all already doing the Orwell thing? Are y'all just tricking me with a sense of like security? Like, oh no, you're just gonna get your email, and yeah, all right, we'll see. We'll see. I am under 16 years old. No, I am not under 16 years old. Says, as a part of our privacy policy, we do not collect the data of those under age 16. You proceed with your mission. Wait, you're collecting data on me? See? You messed up. I know now. Alright, be diligent. Your work has severe impact. Please agree to the following terms. I am aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. What's the nation? I mean, at least in the book, they were like, yo, you're British. In this one, they're just like, yo, the nation. I agree to the terms. To the terms stated above. It won't let me finish. Oh, man, I was going to try and be like, yo, will it let me not agree? Of course not. They need me to be a loyal servant. A brainwashed drone. Let's do this. Let's get freaky and make me feel bad about decisions I make. For ensuring the safety of the nation's people, your registration is now complete. Okay, Freedom Plaza. Oh, this is interesting. This is how you know it's a dystopia. No one has faces. Uplink to database. Searching. What are you laughing about? This is dystopia time. I never saw this much sunshine in that movie. The 1984 movie, I mean. Can I change anything? Can I, like... Nope. It's just a cutscene. I like the art style, though. It's kind of minimalistic. Police record found. Uplink to database. Can I pick that? Nope. Oh, she's getting on the bus. What does she know that construction worker doesn't know? They're smooching in public. No smooching in public. Oh, that's not cool. Okay, off to a great start. Seems to kind of be... seems so far to be kind of loyal to the source material. The clocks were striking 13. April 13th, 2017. You're online. Good. Is it whoever you are? Oh, Smith. Call me Smith. I'll be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and last line of defense against terrorism. For this God, coffee's killing me. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Okay. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. Okay, so is this like real websites? First, I want you to be informed on the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder. I just imagine like a beholder monster from D&D, like just writing news. or like a very patriotic beholder. Anyways, nerd jokes aside. The National Beholder will bring you up to speed. First, I want to... Oh, reading it all over again. Okay, let's check out the reader. Headlines. Alright, what are the headlines? Whoa. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. It's a good day to fall in love. Singular. That's kind of eerie. Let's see. Rosen Technologies. Shaping visions bit by bit. Ooh, that's kind of cryptic. First National Bank. Putting the safe in safety. Is there any other ones? Are there any other ones? Study with the future. What is this? It's too small. Something... Sleligan University? What kind of names are these? All right, let's read this. The leading newspaper of the nation, fast, precise, honest. Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. Don't you love how the newspaper is just shoving down your throat how fast, precise, and honest they are? Bonton. Explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. 3 people killed. 5 severely injured. Authorities receive a strange letter. Okay. The explosion obliterated the Freedom Memorial in Bonton, leaving nothing but rubble behind. Photo up. What is that? Why is that like a typo? UMP? Anyways. Approximately 750. Oh, 750. Man, y'all need to make a darker text here. At approximately 7:50 p.m. on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton, according to the official police reports. 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completed. Wait. Let's slow down. This is why I couldn't beat Richard Burton, okay? I mean, 1, he had the voice, and 2, he could read. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Classic CSI move. Police reports also confirm that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song even though I do a silly Looney Tunes German voice, I don't know how to say this word. Let's try. Died Gedenken sinnfrei. Die Gedenken sinnfrei. Sin-free? I don't know, who knows. Translation: the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators? Jeez. Oh my gosh. Best Let's Play ever. Until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. Okay. Is there anything else to this story? Nothing. Oh, hey, whoa, how come I didn't see this? Negotiations in Triflith failed. Triflith? Sound like I'm like making fun of Mike Tyson. Triflith. Pargesian, president aborts negotiations with opposition. Violent riots in the Triflith. Blaine encourages renewal. Okay. What is this one? Movie shooting completed. 100 Grey Shadows. That's funny. Hilvray shooting of Grey Shadows saga lasting 4 years finalized third part of the saga to hit movie theaters next Valentine's Day. Of course, Valentine's Day. Written and directed by some dude named Sumshi Aaron Rhubarb? Rhubarb? That can't be right, man. Y'all's texts are all over the place here. All right, let's read more about this. The leading newspaper of the national study with the future. All right. The Triflith peace negotiations in the riot-ridden Pargesian capital city Triflith. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start calling it Try. Have been aborted without any result last night. Independent source. You know what? Can I click on this? Nope. I can't highlight it. Having such a hard time seeing this. Aborted without any result last night. Independent sources report that President Kassar abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives as the later presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. Wait, what am I reading? All right. Best Let's Play to start with, where it requires a lot of reading. All right. The news about the premature cancellation of the negotiations caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It has been reported that the demonstrators wearing hoods threw incendiary material into shop windows and onto cars. The police struggled to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine started his worries about the negative developments regarding the political situation of the neighboring county, and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussions. Okay, so Prime Minister Blaine, I'm sure we'll be hearing more about you, dude. There's the listener and the insider. That's interesting. Okay, can I read more about this? Third part of the saga to hit movie theaters next Valentine's Day. Rhubarb Productions. I think that's how you say rhubarb. Sumishi Aran Rhubarb Productions. Hilbury. After a lengthy shoot in the hills of Bonton, self-proclaimed visionary director Sumishi Aran announced that filming his eagerly awaited romantic drama 100 Grey Shadows has finally come to an end, announced via his timeline profile yesterday. The brash director said he was eager to begin post-production and the final editing stages before the conclusion to the Grey Shadows series would hit the cinema on Valentine's Day next year. The third and final chapter in Grey Shadows saga, previous releases being A Grey Shadow and Another Grey Shadow, okay, was announced to be released almost 4 years ago, but was postponed numerous times due to the production problems. Fans have speculated that this was largely due to the breakdown of Hollywood power couple Betty Avon and Mike McDeal, okay, who have had long-lasting quarrels during the filming as a result. One production hand was reported to say that these spats were getting out of control, or, quote, getting out of control, end quote, and the completion of any scene featuring both actors was nothing short of, quote, pulling teeth, end quote. When we reached out to Rhubarb Productions to get a comment, they declined, and rumors claimed them to be more speculation. Oh, to be mere speculation. Relationships. Unknown person. You don't say. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Alright, let's find out who you are. The profiler holds all known information on those who we investigate. The file has opened is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Okay. Arrest record.
A few moments later.
Man. Oh, hello. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. How creative. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. Can I just say no? Can I just say no? Whoa, arresting Officer Duncan Lloyd? Okay. Assault on police officer. Charge, okay. Holding facility was in Bonton Central, okay. And she was arrested not that long ago, 2016. Let's see. Suspect was arrested on the site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. But did she have a choice? That's the question, everybody. Watergate Cassandra? Really? This is a totally new experience, too. I'm not used to these kinds of games. I'm more used to mechanical games that are like, yo, shoot this, jump over that, run away. I'm real good at that stuff. But you put some reading and some button clicking in front of me, and I'm just a chimp on a typewriter. And I'm gonna. I knew it. I knew it. Something stupid. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. So is Orwell the system? Information and documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. You know, I just... her name is Watergate. Like, how on the nose is that? Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest. Good. With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. I find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Is this woman a terrorist? The leading newspaper of the nation, fast, precise, and honest. Is this woman a terrorist? Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago remains in custody. Trial scheduled for August. Keyword, allegedly. Cassandra W., simple protester or anti-governmental terrorist? Photo, Bonton Central Police Department. The case that keeps the media and the public guessing. Cassandra W., pictured above, who allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in a police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as a part of a demonstration. So why is that the only part that's highlighted? Is it just to tell us where it happened? Against the newest amendments to the government's Model Project Safety Bill. Protests at the Freedom Plaza turned violent 2 weeks ago. Can I click on that? No. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused. Cassandra W., who is an artist by profession. I'm starting to feel like they're trying to tell us they don't like artists. Has denied the accusations completely and asked her fans to show their support. A trial has now been scheduled for the mid-August. The case received nationwide attention when Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, labeled the alleged perpetrator alongside the other rioters as anti-government terrorists. All right, so let's put it in there. The exact same location as the assault. And then she turns up right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. Or maybe it's not a coincidence, but it's not as it seems. Maybe she's just a scapegoat. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Oh, yes. One who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? Nah. Something about that blue hair. Great, you found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? It's kind of... I feel like if you were talking to me, you'd say that very passive-aggressively. You've extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates the investigators, like yourself, are the only ones allowed to access the documents of the target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress the case. Well, that stinks. I'm hoping this isn't like a linear experience where like there's like 3 outcomes, and not like at least more than 3. I feel like if you're gonna do a game that doesn't really require a lot of mechanical guidance, I don't even know, that doesn't even make sense. Where you're not really playing the game, you're really just making decisions. I think that you should at least compensate by just adding a plethora of endings. But we'll see. We'll see. But just this right here kind of tells me like there are things that you're going to be forced to pick. But we'll see. Let's see how they do. Well, I think this is good for a first episode. I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of Orwell. We're going to figure out whether or not Cassandra Watergate is innocent or not. So far, I'm feeling like she is because, I mean, come on, you can't go into a game about dystopian and just right away, think that the guys who are telling you to look into other people's lives or have any kind of integrity. So, all right, well, I hope I see you on the next episode. And, yeah, this is going to be interesting.